All right, so welcome back. Welcome back. I Today is actually the day after Thanksgiving, so I unfortunately didn't post like I thought I was gonna post, but I I guess I was doing some research, um, and I decided that I can't keep taking breaks with this. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, right? So you know, I had so many excuses why not to shoot this video. I was just thinking like, you know, my hair is not done. I don't have any makeup on, anything like that. But at this point, it's not really about that. This is not, a physical type of issue. What I'm going for is for kids. So at the end of the day, who cares? Um, I wanted to go over what hope is. I wanted to, moving forward, like I said, every day I'm going to talk about what I've done, what I've accomplished, where I've came from, what I still have to do. But I want to go to the beginning and just talk about what hope is. So, hope, HOPE, um, altogether, hope is stands for Hang On Pain Ends LLC, and hope is a two-part operation. Okay, so I'm still in the prototype um, operation of hope, basically getting everything together to just kind of have the physical device. So two-part operation. Let me break that down. So the hope device is basically a child superhero. The hope device is something that will actually be put inside the home for 30 days. So once a CPS claim is made, whether a child has a black eye or a child looks malnourished or um, something's going on with this child, the hope device will be placed inside the house. The hope device it's there to basically give the child a voice. In so many cases, when CPS is involved, they go through the parent, and the parent can say anything. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the case of Gabriel Fernandez. The mom Pearl said to one of the CPS workers that he had thoughts of suicide, and basically all he really wanted to do was go with his mom, but that was not go with his grandmother, excuse me, but that wasn't true. It was it went beyond that. And if you haven't seen that trial of Gabriel Fernandez, I really urge you to see that. And this is kind of one of the reasons why I move forward with hope. Um, and it's so many other kids out here that need it's so many other cases, but this was the case that kind of made it mainstream, made it to Netflix, and was you kind of saw firsthand what really went on with these kids. So the first part is the hope device, and the hope device is once a CPS claim is put out, it's the hope device will go inside the home for 30 days, and it's there to monitor the four areas of neglect of a child: physical, emotional, educational, and medical. So when it first goes in, I want the child to take a physical, okay? Because I want to see what's going on that we can't see. And then right before the 30 days are up, I want to take another physical just to see if there has been any new fractures to this child's body that we don't see. Because a lot of the things that go on with child abuse claims are the things that you don't see. So the physical, and then, or the medical, excuse me, and then the physical, we would kind of go over that just to make sure we monitor that child's weight. We will make sure that if the child is 8 years old, the child is measuring in weight wise at an 8 year old level. We would go over educational needs. Is a child where that child is the child where it needs to be, where he or she needs to be at their age level. Um, and then emotional is the hardest to monitor because you cannot make a parent love a child. So that's the hardest. But we'll definitely work that in. So you're just taking a 10 to 15-minute assessment for 30 days, and you're just going over those four areas of child abuse and neglect just to give us a screenshot of what's going on behind closed doors. And even with COVID going on, if the child has the Hope device, it's not nothing that will harm um, it's not nothing that will harm the public. It's something, but it's also something that we will have an idea of what's going on with the child. Okay, so that's the first part. The second part is the Hope Investigator. So once the child takes the 10 to 15-minute assessment each day, the assessment will actually disappear from the child's tablet, and it would get uploaded to a Hope Investigator. So the reason why it disappears is because I want a child to feel comfortable saying what they need to say. And there's so many other aspects that goes into the actual assessment that I'm not saying here, but I'm just trying to give you just kind of like a raw vision of what Hope does. So then it'll get uploaded to the Hope Investigator, and the Hope Investigator will investigate what's going on. So, if they, in the background, they see, a roach running across the wall, or if they see smoke constantly going past that child's face, if they see that child with a black eye, or that child missing teeth, or, maybe day 12 is different from day 1. Maybe that kid looks a little lethargic, or maybe that kid is showing signs of abuse. Like I said, with the eyes, the black eyes, or the scars on the face. We can see that, so that we can document that. And then we can know what's going on with this child. So this is a good thing, because a social worker will feel okay leaving that child and knowing that for 30 days we're going to monitor that child. We're going to make sure that child's okay. And so that stress level, or that burnout level from a CPS worker, will kind of minimize itself, because we can actually monitor this child. So the second part is the Hope Investigator, and they'll go over all of that. When the assessment is done, we'll actually, after 30 days, the Hope Investigator will actually put together a packet, and they'll equip the social worker or the CPS worker with what this kid needs. So if it's educational flaws, saying that the parent, we're going through COVID, so say the parent is working 2 jobs, and at the end of the day, he or she doesn't have time to work with this child on homework, because they're burnt out. You go through the stage where you're just burnt out as a parent. The social worker would be able to be equipped with saying, okay, we have this and that in the community, and we can offer those resources to that parent, or those parents, in order to move that child forward. So it's not necessarily the Hope system altogether is not about removing a child from a home. It's about seeing what's going on with this child, and seeing where we can step in and better help this family, and better help this child move forward. Maybe the mom is being abused. Maybe we need to redirect the whole family. Maybe we need to help the mom get out of an abusive situation where the kids are being abused. Maybe it's a sexual situation where we need to remove that child altogether. But if nobody is in the home, and this is the problem, and this is why Hope is, coming to life, because there's nobody to really help or assist in these issues or problems. There's nobody to really monitor these kids. There's nobody to really help these kids, and it's a domino effect of things that happen. Parents not knowing certain avenues that they have, or certain resources they have within the community, they fail their children. So what we're trying to do here with Hope is to basically enable parents, to make them stronger, and to let them know that there are resources within the community. There is help inside the community. You just have to know, we'll come to you, we'll help you. I also want to be able to be a child superhero. I want to be able to give a child a voice, and that's something we don't have in this world. Children don't have a voice. Their parents basically have a say-so, but children don't have a voice. And with COVID going on, it's even worse of an issue. So this is what Hope is about. This is why Hope is so passionate to me. My end goal, or my end game here, is to make sure that every child feels safe at home. I cannot make every child feel loved, but to make sure every child has their basic needs met, that their parent understands that there is help out here, and for them to live the life that they should live. Nothing is really normal. So I'm not going to say a normal life. Nobody really grew up in a normal life, you know. But we're going to be here, and we're going to help kids move forward and feel safe at home. So this is the introduction of hope.